Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today we will discuss some of the numericals of chapter Refraction of Light. The important formulas needed for solving the numericals of this chapter are refractive index is equal to sin I upon sin R. Refractive index is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in the medium. Refractive index is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in medium. Then refractive index is equal to real thickness upon apparent thickness, real depth upon apparent depth. Then refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium into refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium is equal to 1. Then angle of incidence plus angle of emergence is equal to angle of the prism plus angle of deviation. So these are the formulas needed for solving the numericals of chapter Refraction of Light. Once again I repeat the formulas. Refractive index equal to sin I by sin R. I stands for angle of incidence and R stands for angle of refraction. Then refractive index is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in the medium. Refractive index is equal to real depth upon apparent depth. Refractive index of second medium with respect to first into refractive index of first medium with respect to second is equal to 1. Then angle of incidence plus angle of emergence is equal to angle of the prism plus angle of deviation. So in first question, speed of light in air is given, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And the refractive index of glass is given as 1.5. And we have to find the speed of light in a glass. So as I told you, the formula refractive index is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in a glass. Now we substitute the values. 1.5 is equal to speed of light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second upon speed of light in glass. Solving, cross multiplying and solving. Then we get the speed of light in glass is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second upon 1.5. 3 and 1.5 we cut it. The answer will come as 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This is the answer. In third question, refractive index of water with respect to air is given as 4 upon 3. And we have to find the refractive index of air with respect to water. So we have to use the formula of principle of reversibility of light, that is refractive index of water with respect to air into refractive index of air with respect to water is equal to 1. So this is the formula. So we can write refractive index of air with respect to water, that is equal to 1 upon refractive index of water with respect to air, that is 1 upon 4 by 3, which is equal to 3 upon 4. So this is the answer. So in question it is given refractive index of water with respect to air. We have to find the refractive index of air with respect to water. So by using the principle of reversibility of light, we write the formula. That is a refractive index of air with respect to water is 1 upon refractive index of water with respect to air, which is equal to 1 upon 4 by 3, that is equal to 3 upon 4. The first question, angle of incidence is given as 48 degree, and at this position the ray of light suffers minimum deviation. It is given at minimum deviation position, angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence, which is also equal to 48 degree, and the angle of the prism is given as 60 degree. We have to find the angle of minimum deviation. So which formula we have to use? We have to use the formula angle of incidence plus angle of emergence is equal to angle of the prism plus angle of deviation. So substituting 48 plus 48 is equal to 60 plus angle of minimum deviation. 48 plus 48, which is equal to 96. 60 plus angle of deviation. The angle of minimum deviation equal to 96 minus 60, which is equal to 36 degree. So this is the angle of minimum deviation. So this is the answer. So in this question, apparent depth is given as 2.7 meter, and refractive index of water is given as 4/3, and we have to find the real depth. So we use the formula to find real depth. So writing the formula of refractive index is equal to real depth upon apparent depth. Refractive index is equal to real depth upon apparent depth. Substituting the values, refractive index is equal to 4/3. 4/3 is equal to real depth upon apparent depth, which is equal to 2.7 meter. Then cross multiplying and solving, then it will come, real depth will come 4 into 2.7 meter divided by 3. 3 and 2.7 we got 0.9. 0.9 into 4 equal to 3.6 meter. So this is the real depth. In question, it appears to be at this much deep, that is given as 2.7 meter. Means apparent depth is given as 2.7 meter, and the refractive index of water is given as 4/3. Then we are asked to calculate the real depth. We write the formula and substitute and solve. Then we get the answer. So in this question, it is given that a postage stamp which is kept below a glass block appears to be raised by 7 millimeter. Okay. Then we have to find the thickness of the glass block. Let the thickness of glass block or real thick depth, that let it be x millimeter. So it appears to be raised by 7 millimeter. Then what is the apparent depth? Apparent depth is x minus 7 millimeter. Then refractive index is given as 1.5. So we have to find the real thickness. That means we have to find x. We write the formula of refractive index, which is equal to real thickness upon apparent thickness. Substituting 1.5 is equal to x divided by x minus 7. Cross multiplying 1.5 into x minus 7 is equal to x. 1.5x minus 1.5 into 7 is equal to 10.5 equal to x. So this x we take to this side and 10.5 to the other side. 1.5x minus x is equal to 10.5. So 1.5 minus 1, 0.5. 0.5x equal to 10.5. Therefore x is equal to 10.5 divided by 0.5. 105 upon 5, which is equal to 21 millimeter. So real thickness of the glass block is equal to 21 millimeter, or which is equal to 2.1 centimeter. So this is the answer. Now we are discussing some questions which are usually coming in the board exam. So in the figure, the principal section of a right-angled scalene prism is given. So this angle ABC is the principal section of a prism, which is in this angle A is given as 30 degree, angle B is 90 degree, and angle C is 60 degree. You will be asked to complete the ray diagram till the ray emerges out. Till the ray emerges out. So how to complete the diagram? So in the diagram, PQ strikes normally on the surface AB. PQ strikes normally on the surface AB. So what is the angle of incidence on AB? So see, it strikes normally. Whenever a ray strikes normally on a surface, angle of incidence is equal to 0 degree. Angle of incidence is equal to 0 degree. So what is the angle of incidence on AB? Angle of incidence on AB is equal to 0 degree. Since the ray strikes normally, it goes undeviated. It passes undeviated. So it becomes undeviated. So I give name for this ray as QR. So what is the magnitude of angle AQR? So PQR is a straight angle. So angle AQR will be 180 minus 90, which is equal to 90. So this angle is 30 degree. What is the magnitude of angle ARQ? The magnitude of angle ARQ, we will take triangle AQR. From triangle AQR, you can calculate angle ARQ. That will be equal to 180 minus 90 plus 30. So the sum of angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So angle ARQ will be 180 minus 90 plus 30. 90. So that will come as 60 degrees. So angle ARQ is equal to 60 degree. Is it the angle of incidence on the surface AC? Is 60 degree is the angle of incidence on surface AC? No. Angle of incidence means it is the angle between the incident ray and the normal. Here we are not drawn normal. So we draw the normal at the point R. So drawing the normal. So this is the normal. So this angle is 60. So what is the angle of incidence on AC? Angle of incidence on AC, that will come as 90 minus 60. 90 minus 60, which is equal to 30 degree. 30 degree is the angle of incidence on surface AC. 30 degree. Now which phenomenon will take place on surface AC? So which phenomenon will take place? So the phenomenon which takes place on surface AC is refraction. Ray of light comes from denser to rarer medium. So the ray of light which emerges out, that will move away from the normal. Ray which emerges out, that moves away from the normal. So this is the complete ray diagram. So only ABC and the angles A, B, C will be given, and a ray PQ which strikes on the normally on the surface AB is given. Then you are asked to complete the ray diagram till it emerges out, and you are asked to write the angle of incidence on AB, AC, etc. Okay, this is the complete ray diagram. Now we see another question. The same figure, and the incident ray is striking normally on the hypotenuse. The same figure. Now you see the difference. Seeing the difference. Ray of light is striking normally. Ray of light strikes normally on the hypotenuse. Ray of light comes normally. The ray of light is named as PQ. PQ strikes normally. So this much is so this angle is 30 degree. Angle A is of 30 degree. Okay. Now you have to complete the diagram till it emerges out. So what is the angle of incidence on AC according to this diagram? It comes normally, so angle of incidence on surface AC is 0 degree. Since the ray strikes normally, it will pass undeviated. It goes undeviated. So this I name it as R. So what is the magnitude of angle AQR? Since the PQR is straight line, so this angle will come as, what will come? So it will come as a 90 degree. Angle AQR is equal to 90 degree. Now what is the magnitude of angle ARQ? The magnitude in triangle ARQ we will apply angle sum property. Angle sum property. So sum of three angles of triangle is 180 degree. So angle ARQ will come as 180 minus 90 plus 30. That will come as 60 degree. Is 60 degree angle of incidence on AB? No. So angle of incidence is the angle between the incident ray and the normal. For that we will draw a normal. So drawing a normal at the point R. A normal is drawn. So what is the angle of incidence on surface AB? So that will be 90 minus 60, which is equal to 30 degree. So for glass air interface, critical angle is 42 degree. Critical angle is 42 degree. 30 is less than 42. So total internal reflection cannot take place on the refracting surface AB. On the refracting surface AB, no total internal reflection takes place because angle of incidence is less than the critical angle. So only refraction can take place on the surface AB. So since the ray passes from denser to rarer medium, the refracted ray moves away from the normal. The ray of light which emerges out, that way moves away from the normal. So this is the complete diagram. In this case, the ray of light strikes somewhat at the top of the hypotenuse. Then this diagram will come like this. Okay. Suppose the incident ray strikes at the bottom, then what change can happen? See. Here this is incident ray PQ strikes normally on the surface AC. So what is the angle of incidence on AC? Since it comes normally, angle of incidence on AC is 0 degree. Now it comes normally, so it will pass undeviated. It goes undeviated. So the ray goes undeviated. So what is the so I give name angle PQC, that is equal to 90 degree. Angle PQC, the ray is striking normally. The angle of incidence on AC is 0, but angle PQC is 90 degree. Now what is the magnitude of this name I give it as R. What is the magnitude of angle RQC? Angle RQC, that is equal to 90 degree. Now what is the magnitude of this angle? So this magnitude of this angle will be, this is 90 degree, this is 60 degree. What is the magnitude of this angle? So we apply the angle sum property. Applying angle sum property. The sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. And when we calculate this angle, this angle will come as 180 minus 90 plus 60. This will come as 30 degree. Is it the angle of incidence on BC? No. Angle of incidence means it is the angle between the normal and the incident ray. Here we have not drawn the normal, so making a normal at the point R. Drawing a normal at the point R. So then we will calculate the angle of incidence. Angle of incidence will come 90 minus 30, that is equal to 60 degree. So angle of incidence on surface BC is 60 degree. So which is more than the critical angle. Angle of incidence is more than the critical angle. Then which phenomenon can take place on BC? On BC, total internal reflection can take place by obeying the laws of reflection. So it will be reflected to the surface AB by obeying these laws. So what is the magnitude of this angle? This angle will be 60 degree. Then what is the magnitude of this angle? So this is a 30 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. Then what will be this angle? This will be 30 degree. So 30 degree, then what is the magnitude of this angle? The magnitude of this angle. So in this small triangle we will apply angle sum property. Then this will come as 180 minus 90 plus 30. So this will come as 60 degree. This angle will come as 60 degree. Is it the angle of incidence? No, it is not the angle of incidence. For that we have to draw a normal. Drawing the normal. Then we will find this angle. That is 90 minus 60. That is equal to 30 degree. So angle of incidence on face AB is 30 degree, which is less than the, 30 degree is less than critical angle. So which phenomenon will take place on AB? On AB, refraction can take place, and the ray is going from denser to rarer medium. So the ray of light which emerges out, that will move away from the normal. So that is moving away from the normal. So this is the complete diagram. This type of questions are very important. Next class we will meet with another topic.